So I'm going to go ahead and get started. Are you ready?
I'm ready. Let me do my microphone a little bit because I can't really hear you. Oh,
Okay.
there we go. Lost you again. Hold on. It won't let me relaunch. Yeah. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay. Ready to
Great.
roll.
Commissioner, why did you shut down public comment in your meetings, and why haven't you reinstated it to this date?
Well, first of all, we have not eliminated public comment. Our offices are always open to people wanting to come in, want to set an appointment or stop by and talk to us. They can reach us by phone, on our cell phones. They can get us through the office. But bringing people in to public participation was due to all the COVID restrictions and trying to really protect the staff and the county officials that work in all of our other departments. We've really tried to do a lot on Zoom to protect our people because we're dealing with elderly, we're dealing with children, we're dealing with a lot of the people in the public, and that's our job, is to protect the people.
A lot of other agencies have figured out ways to allow public comment virtually. Why haven't you allowed that? Why haven't you allowed the public to comment via Zoom? Like, hold on just a second. Why haven't you allowed publics to comment via Zoom or other electronic means like other agencies have?
We have allowed for Zoom for all of our staff to come in and be able to communicate with us. And we really try to run our business here as a business, which is what it is. It's Clermont County's business. We have also set up a media room where people can come in, they can sit socially distanced to protect them, and they can come in and view the meetings if they do not have access to any computer or anything like that they can do from home or from their business. But at the same time, we were trying to minimize the flow and the time we were all sitting there also, even though we were protected with our mask and with our shields, et cetera, but trying to cut down the amount of exposure to everyone and the time. We come in and we go in our offices, and we've had a lot of COVID in this county, as everyone has, and minimizing it, I think, was in the best interest of everyone.
Any idea when you might lift those restrictions? I mean, the numbers are falling. People are getting vaccinated. Yeah. Have you discussed when you might let public comment back in these meetings?
We are waiting for the governor's orders coming down to us through the health department. And the last I had heard, it was 50 cases per 100,000 within a 2-week period. We're still, the last readings I've got were 145 per 100,000 within a 2-week period. So as soon as those restrictions are lifted, I assure you, we will do everything we can to reopen our building.
How do you answer critics who say that this is an example of lack of transparency?
I'm sorry, I totally disagree with them. I am just one commissioner. I've always been open for anyone to talk to me. Actually, I had someone come in yesterday who just walked in and wanted to talk to me. I said, come on in, they had their mask on, and it was a delightful conversation.
Did you consult with the county lawyer and have them consult the state open meetings laws on this? Do you feel like you're in compliance with state open meetings laws?
I asked in open session. It is on record that I asked our legal counsel for an opinion as to whether or not we had to abide by these mask mandates. And
I understand that. I'm just saying that the lack of public input and the lack of public participation, some would say that that's a possible violation of the Open Meetings Act. Do you feel that you've met those criteria, and have you consulted that law?
I believe we've met the criteria.
Okay. Anything I didn't ask that you wanted to add on this? I want to make sure I'm fair and you get every chance you can to address this issue.
No, the only thing I want to add is I can tell you that we have very dedicated people in Clermont County My hat's off to all the staff who've continued to keep our children's services, our senior services, our sheriff's office, every single department, our court system for all of our cases. And look at the jail. We've kept everything open as far as taking care of the people that we possibly could do. But at the same time, we have a duty to protect the people. And I'm not going to be responsible. I'm just one commissioner, but I'm not going to be responsible for infecting someone.
Commissioner Corcoran, thank you so much for your time. The story's going to air sometime tonight. I'll let Mike know exactly when. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, and appreciate your time this
morning.
morning.
I had a question. Are we as a media allowed inside the room, or do we have to stay outside in the media room? Are you there?
You have to stay outside.
Okay, that's what we were asking. Okay, great. Thank you very much.
But you can see it from that room.
Right. And we can record it when you guys are recording it, and we can see the stream later too, right?
Yes.
Okay, great. Okay, Commissioner Corcoran, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
I am a citizen of Clermont County. I pay the salary for these 3 people sitting in this room that will not allow me near them. I have a right to know what they're doing. I want to see what I'm getting for my money, and I have yet to see anything that is actually beneficial to me personally. Thank you.
Hello. Am I on? I'm on. Okay. So I would like the commissioners to open the meetings up. I understand that they are afraid because we are in a pandemic. But the fact is, if they cannot lead boldly, then they should step down, as I've said previously, and they should let those who are brave enough to do the job, do the job. Right now, Clermont County is facing difficult times. We have had heavy restrictions. Our children are masked. Vaccines are being given out in our schools for kids who have a very, very low chance of having negative effects of COVID. And these things are happening in our own community. And we need leaders who will take a stand. We need leaders who will resist this tyranny and say no, say we do not want that in Clermont County. But these commissioners are not taking a stand. They're not being brave, and they're not being bold. They're not standing up for the people of Clermont County.
Good morning. I'm Randy Klein. I'm here with my wife Susan from the city of Milford. And Susan and I are strong believers in the fact that the grassroots of our society is where we get a lot of the best ideas. Just because a person wins an elective office does not mean that they have the wisdom or the best ideas. We need to have as much public participation, and we need to encourage public participation in the affairs of our country. And by shutting people out of an open meeting that should be open to the public, you are doing damage to the whole process of Republican democracy. So we ask you to open up. Thank you very much. We appreciate this a chance to state our mind.
Good morning. I'm Naomi Stahl. Many know me that I've been an elected official in our small township. But not only am I representing my small township, I'm also representing me as a citizen and a resident up here in Clermont County. One thing I'm very bothered by is in our township, we had our meetings open from this whole entire time. We allowed our citizens, our residents, to come in and speak to us. Yes, we're a smaller township. They could speak through me through email. They could speak through me knowing my cell phone directly. But I was elected to serve our people and do what the people asked of me. I'm asking you, commissioners, I elected you, and you are supposed to work for me, the people that pay your salary. I'm going to ask you to open up these meetings so we can allow public participation, because when public participation happens, it allows ideas to be brought, not just your own ideas, the ideas to represent us as a county. So I'm going to ask you to open up these meetings. Thank you.
So when COVID-19 first hit the scene in 2020, it did make sense to take some precautions to make sure that we were safe. But we're talking, it's been over 12 months since these measures have been put into place, and my biggest issue is, where is the innovation? Where is the virtual ability to publicly participate in these meetings? Why haven't they implemented new measures to allow us to do public participation safely? It's obvious that it's becoming more about keeping people from coming to these meetings and suppressing our right of free speech, and less about safety. And that's my biggest issue. I believe it's time to make changes now, whether it's virtually or with social distancing. They can make it we can do public participation safely.